Prosecutor, when you're already... What the f*** are you doing, sir?
Nothing.
David, you're hitting... Hey, you're hitting that shit, though. Hey, dude. Fapping a sloppy freaking meat rocket across a band of flute players at Pizza Hut.
Objection hearsay.
Fapping his sloppy freaking meat rocket across a band of flute players at Pizza Hut. Name the plea.
Not guilty.
Alright.
People don't eat mayonnaise on a pizza. The band that was playing at the Pizza Hut, they were playing a really nice melodic flute thing, and he apparently got offended by it. So he started getting all angry and stuff and started like gripping his thing and like twisting it and getting it big. And then he went up to the people playing the flute and he said, "How about you try this? Try blowing this for size."
Okay. Flute player's bill was suspiciously too high. They ordered mayonnaise to frame my man.
Of this guy, this creep, this sicko, this absolute buffoon sketching the flute players while he was sitting in the back of the restaurant, just wondering how he's gonna get up there and go over there and do what he had to do, right?
Objection hearsay.
I don't know what he wants to hear or say, but this mother is representing a creep. I'm gonna be completely honest with you, Judge. This man should not be able to walk our streets.
Why would he need to goon on flute players?
He clearly did this as a malicious intent. He did not like he got offended by what the flute band was playing, so he decided to slap his meat rocket across them.
Objection hearsay.
Breaking news.
High mayo cost end of Pizza Hut.
See? Also, it was the flute player's birthdays, and he hates birthdays. They turned him off.
Okay.
That doesn't explain his recent purchases of a 75-foot birthday cake off the dark web made out of bones. Can you please explain this?
Birthday cakes aren't made of bones. Alright. Is
that Santa Claus? Oh.
So you're the jolliest motherfucker I know. Alright, so let's get this straight. Could you please sing one for me?
Chitty chitty bang bang.
Okay.
Jingle bells.
Thank you, Mr. Claus. Thank you, Mr. Claus. As you can see, he actually enjoys birthday songs because that is actually Jesus Christ's birthday, so that is technically a birthday song. He has a boner. I rest my case.
Your Honor.
Journalist, go ahead.
I can see the boner.
Last piece of evidence, please.
Were you a good boy?
Could not have done it. He could not have done it. Do you want to know why? Do you want to know why?
Sure.
Because he's wearing a chastity cage. He
There's
does not
no chastity belts allowed.
have the key.
Is that what the key is?
He does have the key because he wanted it for Christmas.
Oh,
hi, Darius. What am I here for?
Isn't it true that you keep your grandson in a chastity cage?
Your Honor, I have something to say.
Alright, order. Journalist, what the hell is it?
I still see a boner.
I get knocked out.
And he is a man in disguise.
Your Honor, his chastity belt clearly isn't doing the job, which is why I would like to represent my last piece of evidence.
It is doing the job. Watch this.
You want to belt for Christmas?
Question.
I'm
One
back.
last question.
What is it, Derry?
Isn't it true?
He's a man.
Our defendant here, the Grinch, only gets hard for you.
I don't think so.
That's an answer in itself because he's hard looking at her. All right.
The defendant is found guilty not only of fapping on the Pizza
Objection
Hut.
hearsay. Objection hearsay.
What?
Did
Hearsay.
you hear him say, Derry?
The defendant is found guilty of not only jizzing on Pizza Hut flute players, but also of incest, which is illegal in this state.
Did you pet your dog?
What?
Did you pet him?
No.
Did you peg your dog?
What?
Your Honor, the defendant was accused of giving out candy not on Halloween, and he posted his plan on a scribbled post-it note.
Where was this note found?
The note was found in the defendant's house on search after incarceration.
Anything to say for yourself, for the guilt, the person?
In his home was a freshly used tissue and a love letter, meaning he was busy gooning to the love of his life while this took place, and he was indeed not handing out Halloween candy.
Your Honor, there was a energy drink also found, which meaning he would not be able to goon with as much energy as he had, because that is a nighttime settle down activity in my own experience. There was melted wax found, but not in a wax holder. It was on the floor with candy wrappers stuck into it.
The candle wax was obviously going to be used to seal the envelope, and he dripped some on the floor, and maybe he was eating some candy. He was also had nighttime level energy because he had been drinking his sorrows away while writing this love letter.
Truck recently found link to candy case in Ohio. Goons search.
Okay, well,
Your Honor, I'd like to present a yellow postcard that was sent with love, which means it was also forgotten
go.
in time. The love letter that he was reading was not written by him. It was written by a recent ex who wrote it long ago, and he was upset. So he decided to take it off to the kids or anyone that he was handing out the candy to, not on Halloween.
objection. What?
Your Honor, I have another set of evidence.
Alright, speak.
There was a dull knife found on the scene as well, Your Honor, recently discovered, with pieces of chocolate, which means after he unwrapped the candy wrappers fell into wax. He cut up the candy so he could give it to more people.
Does he have like a candy death fetish or
Yeah, what
something?
is
That dull knife was obviously used to open the love letter and, assumably, the chocolates that came with this love letter. Therefore, that's the reason there was candy on the knife.
Was candy on the.
Your
He's
Honor.
hitting the black guy for no reason.
Your Honor,
Yeah.
it was recently discovered that love letter was wilted and old.
Although it was an old, wilted, dusty love letter, the area around the seal was not dusty, and the inside was not dusty, therefore implying it was never open.
I think everyone here is guilty of giving out candy. So what happened basically, guys, is he was so distraught he gave out his candy for free, and he is guilty. But giving out candy is not a crime.
Your Honor, it is a crime when it's given out not on Halloween.
A defendant in a previous case named Mothman would hand out candy all year round to kids.
Your Honor, this has nothing to do with this.
Okay.
Not guilty.
Now that I know how to do this, order in the
David
court.
Skibbity.
Welcome to the court today. Prosecutor, when you're all ready. What the f*** are you doing, sir?
Nothing.
David, you're hitting. Hey, you're hitting that. You're hitting that though. Hey, dude. Stephen
Wedding.
Weck?
Stepping
Weck.
away.
Curious nickname dog.
Nickname Dog Blanker? Wait, why is it censored? What did you put?
I'm glad John just read because I read something else.
Prosecutor Drowsy. Go cray.
Alright, on behalf of the judge, I will go cray. There was a disturbing email found on an old computer of his. He was emailing an underage dog. We found a sticky paged book in his home of Clifford the big red dog.
Dude. Oh my gosh.
So, yeah.
My guy, Steven, he's not guilty, okay? He was framed. As we can see here, this invitation that he received, he was at an event, did not, which means he wasn't there at the scene of the crime, as well as this broken vase that he broke while he was there. There was also witnesses there that saw it happen. I will get to that in a moment, but not right now. There's also a medical file here of whenever my lovely defendant Steven got a piece of the vase lodged in his poor foot.
Your Honor, may I have the floor? Is that
What
what
is
your
that?
defense is? That he was at a party at the time?
You can't question me. That's not how this works.
I will
That is
allow
how
it.
this works.
I will allow
No,
it.
it's not.
He's allowing it. So go ahead and
It's
answer. Is
not.
that not your defense? What is your defense?
I just said what my defense was.
And can you not confirm whether what I just said was your defense?
16 stitches seems like quite a bit for a little vase
Yeah.
wound.
It was not a little vase wound. There's a medical file saying
I don't see how a vase
how
wound
deep the gash was from
it matters.
how. What do you mean? It's proof that he was at the party and that he had to go to the
Yeah, well,
hospital.
my evidence here was emails on his computer found.
How could he have
found,
emailed from his
that date
computer if he was
back.
in the hospital?
It's an old computer.
He doesn't use electronics because his phone
That's
that
a
he
phone.
has, it is an old phone, yes, but it's dusty because of the fact that he doesn't use electronics anymore.
Objection. It was a computer, meaning he emailed the dog before the party ever took place. When did the party take place?
It was around that same time that you're claiming that all of this
Around the same
baloney.
time.
Yeah, when did it happen?
September 11th, 2001. I'd like to say,
Any evidence line up?
I'd like to say you can use a laptop in a hospital. That is not prohibited.
You said it was from an old computer. You're just changing. It up now.
2005 laptops exist.
Now you're changing up your story.
Am I?
Yes, you are.
To the email on his old computer, which he could have had in the hospital.
He doesn't use electronics.
Well, that he says
I
doesn't.
think,
He has a
I
phone
think your
from
witness is
2005.
getting a little angry.
That's dusty.
Yeah, a phone. It doesn't matter. It doesn't say like all of his electronics are dusty.
Okay, well you put a sticky page book and you said that it was Clifford book. Does it
Yeah,
say it's a Clifford book? No, it just says a
It
sticky
is.
page book.
Well, you can't say that a phone is every electronic ever.
It's a dusty landline phone. The last
Which you
call was
cannot email
received in
from.
2005. He
I
hasn't
mean,
used
no
that
one
phone.
uses landline phones anymore at all.
I get it.
Alright,
this a bit.
since my light is still green, I'd like to say that Martha Speaks, you know, her catchphrase "hot dog," that only came after her experiences with Stephen Wett.
I find that invalid because Mickey Mouse's catchphrase is also hot dog, and I don't see Mickey Mouse in the motherfucking club right now.
He went to see Beverly Hills Chihuahua in 3D.
Which movie? Which one?
The first one.
The first one.
He was like, he was saying he wishes he was that little brown chihuahua.
I would like to ask you, you hosted a party not too long ago, correct? I'm over
Yes,
here.
I hosted a party.
Was my defendant Steven at said party?
He made an appearance. He left like 20 minutes later to do something out in the backyard. I don't know. I'm not sure what.
Did he leave because of the fact that he broke the vase?
I'm not sure. I was busy doing high profile stuff at the party, you know, baby oil. But I wasn't paying attention to anything he was doing.
Okay.
I'd like to question the witness now.
Go for it.
No, I'd like to question. The president's dog.
Bow wow.
Did you or did you not throw a doggy party in the doghouse behind the president's house?
Which I gave her.
What was that?
I threw a party. Stephen Wett
Right,
was
and
there.
did you also receive emails from Stephen Wett?
He, not only emails, he made an appearance.
Why is the dog here? It's actually crazy.
And what took place at this doggy party?
What happens at a doggy party stays at a doggy party. But I could just say it was messy.
Yeah, like I gotta take a break.
Alright,
Sorry,
alright.
give me like 20 seconds.
The power went out. And Stephen White attempted to recharge his laptop to send more emails. Mr. President,
Yes.
all due respect, is it true that your dog threw a doggy party in the backyard?
This is not his first rodeo. He's thrown many parties. There wasn't any humans there before. He
Right,
told me
before.
recently that a Mr. S. Wet was there.
There's also reports of your dog appearing on the news with a limp. Wait,
Stop it!
the party, so
Please stop.
can you explain that? What's going on there?
David.
He left with a limp.
It's
Arf, arf.
Is there any final
attorney's
sentences you would like to say?
I mean, we didn't even get into the wedding socks allegations. So basically, he was also wetting people's socks. It's his family business. That's why his last name comes from.
my defendant is being framed.
He left the dog with the limp. How can he be
That was
framed? The hospital was a front.
Considering
dog
the
hospital.
stuff that was used, the substances used within that dog party, I believe that dog was just on something.
Given all this evidence, I'm not gonna flip a coin. Let me.
Flip a coin. The dog had a limp, Your Honor.
Bro,
I understand.
the dog
Think of
had a
the dog.
crazy
But-
party under
Think of
substances.
all the dogs.
Okay, all right.
Anything
I have
could've
one
happened to
question
that
to
dog.
determine exactly what I'm going to rule this. What breed?
Pug.
Pug.
Pug, golden pug radoodle.
Gets away.
He
The
gets
dog
so
gets
Genuine.
away.